All right. I am here to tell you a little bit about, my name is Paul Hildenbrand, and I am the manager of community college recruitment and outreach for the Haworth College of Business at Western. Including the 5 years I was an undergrad student, I have 36 years in at Western, so I know the university pretty well. I am going to start out by just telling you a little bit about the college, and then we can get into the questions that you might have. Everybody who wants to be a business major at Western starts out in the pre-business curriculum. And what that means is you cannot take any 3,000 level 3,000 level business courses until you can apply to the BBA program. That happens when you have 48 credit hours. If you've taken any classes at Western, you need a 2.5 or higher GPA. And finally, there's 10 pre-business courses you need to take and pass with a grade of C or better. Excuse me. Those courses are starting out with Business 3000, which is called Business Prep for Transfer Students. The second course is Business 1750, which is Introduction to Business. Your English Composition course, a Business Computing course, Finite Math or higher, Business Statistics, Micro and Macroeconomics, and Accounting 1 and Accounting 2. So any semester that you're completing all of those courses, you apply to the BBA program, and then at the end of the semester, if you've passed them with a grade of a C or better, and you have the 2.5 overall GPA, you apply to the business college and to your major, and then you start your 3,000 level business courses after that. As you go around and start talking to schools, you're going to want to ask them what are their requirements to get into the BBA program. I know at some other schools, they may only let about 300 people a year into the program. Other ones, they might need you to have a 3.5 GPA or something like that. But as long as you met the requirements I just outlined, then you're fine. You are in the business college, and you will be until when you graduate. All right. So typically, and they changed orientation this summer. I don't have a lot of information about it, but orientation is going to be online this summer. We really haven't worked out how we're going to deliver that to all of you, but we'll definitely be in touch with you, okay? So pretty much, so your freshman year, you're going to be working on those pre-business courses, as well as some of Western's essential studies or general education courses. So probably your freshman year in the fall, you're definitely going to have Business 1750. You're going to have Business 1000, which is called, it's a freshman seminar class. I happen to teach 2 of the sections of that. You may take your business computing course. Depending where you are with math, we may place you in math, or we may have you hold off for a semester. And then we're not going to have you take accounting or econ right away. You don't have to worry about that. Maybe till next January, or maybe till next January. One of the best things that the business college has going for it is we have a dedicated career center that works just with business students. About 10 years ago, a company in Kalamazoo donated the money to make that career center possible. And you guys really won't realize how lucky you are to have that until you get here. During your first 2 years, they really help you decide what major is right for you. And during your last 2 years, they really help you land that first job. There's 2 job fairs that are held each year, and you participate in those. And I can't tell you how many business students have a job lined up 6-8 months before they're going to graduate. We have 16 majors you can select from. Again, you don't have to decide that right away. We had pretty much the gamut of just about everything. Since we have a larger business program, we're able to accommodate a lot of majors and the students that want to get into it. So some of our premier programs are accounting. We have a great food marketing program. We have a great integrated supply management program. Sales and business marketing is one of the best in the country. We have a nice entrepreneurship program that started a few years back, and people are really excited about that. And for the most part, if you go with a general type major like leadership and business strategy, marketing, one of those, you're probably looking at about high 40s as far as the starting salary goes. Some of the other ones, though, like computer information systems, integrated supply management, sales and business marketing, you're looking at higher starting salaries, probably closer to the $60,000 range, somewhere up in there. But again, you have the assistance of the Career Center to help you out in that. Every student organization in the college is associated with a major, so no matter what your major is, you can join the student organization for that major. We also have 3 co-ed business fraternities in the college. One is specifically for accounting students. The other ones are for anybody that want to be in one of the business fraternities. The question was, when are we able to apply for our courses? We'll be doing that sometime during June with freshman orientation. Again, don't worry about it. We're not going to set you off on your own because registration that first time can be pretty confusing. But it's going to happen sometime in June. We just don't have the exact information about how they're going to handle orientation. So keep an eye out for that. The next question I had is about summer internships. If you do an internship, you would be doing it your junior or senior year, most likely during the summer. The only major that requires an internship is food marketing. It's not always worth it to have your internship count for academic credit. Everybody needs a minimum of 122 credit hours to graduate. If you're going to get that without getting credit for an internship, that's okay because you pay university tuition prices on the internship. But if you need a few hours at the end to reach that 122, an internship works out really, really well for that, okay? All right, next question is there a pre-law business curriculum? Yes, there is. We have a business law major in the business college, which we started 3 years ago. By the way, everybody, with any major in business, you get an automatic general business minor to go along with it. But Alexandros, we also have a pre-law curriculum that you can follow to prepare you for law school, and you would work with the College of Arts and Sciences on that. But I think that you know that we have, that we're affiliated with Cooley Law School, so you can actually take your first year of law school classes on Western's campus, which is a kind of nice thing for our business law majors. The next question is, any updates on the Haworth Business College scholarships that was completed in the winter? I do not have information about those. That isn't my area. It's actually the dean's office that handles that. What I would do is email this person, Scott.VanAvery, VANAVERY, at WMICH.edu, and he should be able to help you out with that and where we stand with that. Sorry, I can't tell you more about that. The next question I have is, should I take Business 1000 and Business 1750 both in the fall? Yes, you should. That Business 1000 is a 1 credit hour course for freshmen, and it's called Business Preparation. and it really gets you started on the Career Center and gives you a great orientation to campus and everything like that. And we also like to see our freshmen get Business 1750 in the fall, because it kind of tells you about the way Western's business program works and everything. So yes, both of those courses would be in the fall. Probably CIS 1020 also. All right, let me look down my list here. The next question is about study abroad programs. Yes, we have several study abroad programs. It's handled through our MBA and Global Business Office. There's 2-week ones that usually take place in the summer, 2 to 3 weeks, that take place in the summer. And there's also some semester-long programs. The ones in the summer, you typically get about 6 credits for, in credit for 2 classes. And the ones that are held for a semester, you're going to be taking a full load of classes. We have a really nice program with Cimba in Italy for one of the semester-long programs. But I do know for some of the summer ones, they go to Germany, they go to the Dominican Republic, they go to Malaysia and Thailand. There's a really neat study abroad in India that takes place over Christmas. So there's a lot of them. Another nice thing is being a business student, if you do a 2-week semester-long study abroad experience, you are going to get a $2,000 grant from the business college to help cover the cost of that. And if you do one of the 2-week summer programs, you're going to get a $1,000 grant from the business college. So don't think that study abroad is out of your price range. They have a lot of things that they can do to help you if you want to do a study abroad experience. All right, the next question is from Colton. The course registration online program doesn't show very many professors' names teaching the courses. How do I find out which professor is teaching the courses I'm interested in registering for? Colton, those get updated over the summer. Again, there's so much up in the air right now because of this stupid virus that they should start putting those on pretty regularly. Then yeah, and we're going to help you out with that at orientation. So there's going to be orientation leaders that'll help you, and they can we can give you some advice on the professors that you want to look for and those that you don't want to look for. Okay, what type of computer would you recommend, PC or Mac? It doesn't matter to us. They use both they use both formats. They use both formats in the classes. I would say maybe PC a little bit more, but you're certainly, a Mac is going to be perfectly fine. So you really don't know, you don't need to go out and buy a brand new computer. So one of those two will work. The next question is about AP credit, and it's if you're taking AP Calculus AB, would you have to take more math besides business stats? No, you would not. As long as you got AP Calculus, then the answer is you can only go on and take business statistics. The next question is, and I forgot to touch on this earlier, can I take classes at Grcc and WMU at the same time in the fall? You can absolutely do that. We have the transfer guides for Grcc online. I know a lot of people after their freshman year, they like to take some classes over the summer to kind of stay on top of things. But the entire pre-business curriculum can be completed in any community college in Michigan, and most of them in Illinois if you happen to be from the Illinois area. Are there any options for trying to get credits ahead of time during the summer? Yes, what I recommend that you do for that is go to wmich.edu, wmich.edu/business, and look at the transfer guide for your community college. And any of the courses that are on there, you could take. If you take any, I would think about taking the math course maybe. Some people struggle with that finite math course. All right. Okay. You're always can be accepted for internships. No, the question was, are we able to apply and be accepted for internship before our junior or senior year? Yes, you can always do it before your junior or senior year, but if you wanted to count for academic credit, you have to be in the BBA program. So that means you need to have all of your pre-business courses done. Again, the main thing is that you're doing the internship and getting paid for it. It's not so important that you get academic credit for it, okay? All right, this is from Emma. What score do we need on our Alex to be on the proper track for this school? And you know what, Emma? I cannot answer that question for you because we just started using the Alex this year. If you go to the math website and go under placement test at the bottom of the page, you can find the information about it there, wmich.edu/math. The next question is, what should we consider if we're deciding to join the Lee Honors College? You know, that's a select group of students that are asked to join the Lee Honors College. And if you are asked, it's quite a prestigious thing. One thing that's really nice is if you're in the Honors College, you get first priority on the classes that you register for. So you register before most everybody else on campus does. Anthony Helms, I don't know if any of you have talked to him, but Anthony Helms in the Honors College is a great person to talk to. But I mean, it looks great on your resume. And so anyways, I would think about doing it. Your classes are going to be a little bit harder because they're for Honors College students, but that's what it's supposed to be. All right, Dean asks, if I have taken 2 introduction to business courses at my school, as well as a government and econ class, can any of those transfer and knock out some classes at the college? Yes, Dean, that is true. Your introduction to business course should meet the business 1750 requirement. I'll come back to Dean in a second. Richard asks, will AP micro and macro courses still count towards college credits, even though the AP exam is optional this year? And yes, Richard, the answer to that is yes, we're still going to fully accept AP credits, all right? Digital marketing, hold on just a second. I'm going to go back to Dean's question. If you took them in high school, they won't come in for credit at Western, Dean. You may have had an agreement with your community college in high school, but Western does not have that. Western does not have that agreement with your high school. So no, those would not come in for credit. Somebody asked to explain the digital marketing major. What that is they really revamped it this year. It used to be called e-business marketing. Good question, Weston. Does Western offer a master's program? And if so, how soon after graduation would we be able to apply? If you have less than 9 credits left, you can actually start working on your Master of Business Administration or Master of Science and Accountancy your senior year. If not, then you can start at any time after you complete your degree. And With the Masters of Business Administration, you can choose to have some an emphasis in it, like finance or um, marketing or something along those lines. It's typically about 30 to 36 credit hours to complete a master's degree. The question is, how many students are usually in freshman and sophomore business classes? During your time at Western, you are probably going to have about maybe 4 or 5 lecture courses where there's like 200 in the room. But with most of those, like with your math and with your computer class, they have a smaller breakout session one day a week where it's a group of 20 to 25 students and you go over the concepts and everything. The classrooms in Schneider Hall are usually 48 people. There's 2 that seat 72. There's 1 that seats 100, and then we have a big lecture hall that's 250. But most of your classes would be in one of those 48 classrooms. And they don't really try to it's usually about 40 people that they try to put in there because it can get a little tight with 48 students in there. But not a whole lot of them, not a whole lot of lecture classes. Couple gen eds, maybe 2. Emma asked, what gen ed courses do you suggest, business school related or not? Gen ed is kind of designed so that you're getting a class from different areas outside of your major. So you'll have to take a natural science with a lab. There's a fine arts appreciation course. There's a personal health course. There's another cultures requirement and things like that. Some of your business school courses will meet general education areas. So whenever we can, we have you double count those because it saves you about $1,600 that you wouldn't have to pay because we can double count it. So yeah, gen ed is really meant to let you experience other things besides the classes in your major. These are great questions, everybody. What is the recommended amount of credit hours to take per semester? At Western, you can take anywhere between 12 and 15 credits, and you're charged the same amount of money for tuition. So wherever possible, again, you want to get the most bang for your buck and take 15 hours if you can. Sometimes you can't always end up on that 15-hour figure, but it gets pretty easy a little bit later on. The other question was, is there a separate housing for business students? Yes, there is in Valley 3, which is in Harrison Stinson Hall, and Valley 3 is the business housing. You don't have to stay there if you're a business major, only if you want to. I believe that there's 2 floors that are set aside just for business students, and it is the closest residence hall to Schneider Hall. So it's right down in the valleys, down by the pond. The next question, can we double major in the College of Business? You absolutely can. Most of the time, an additional major is 8 classes or 24 credits. Some of those vary, but yep, we have a lot of people that double major and also double minor. The next question is, are there scholarships available to students that are outside of the business college? Yes, there are. You can find that on the Financial Aid and Scholarships webpage. That would also give you the link to the College of Business scholarships. The one thing though is scholarships usually come out for application on December 1st, and they're due by January 31st. So you would be eligible to apply for next year, your sophomore year. I believe that you're a little too late to apply for this year for scholarships. I know I'm a little bit biased, everybody, but I would put Western's business program up against any business program in the country. We have an outstanding faculty, and all of those majors that I mentioned, they usually professors will usually take you to competitions where you can either earn scholarships or cash prizes or something like that. The sales and business marketing students have won a prestigious award, I think now for the past 3 or 4 years. So you will not be taught by a TA. You're going to be actually taught by a full professor. And they're in the top of their field. Advertising and promotion, Dr. Karen Lansendorfer is an amazing person. So you're really going to get the professor's viewpoint. All right, the next one is when filling the application and submitting, does it apply to all of the scholarships or must they be done individually? Most of the time, especially with the business scholarships, Western, you do apply for all of the business scholarships at that time. It might be a little bit different with the financial aid and scholarship one, but if it's a business scholarship, you only have to do one application. The next question is, what kind of academic support is available to business students? Is there business-specific tutoring, counselors, etc.? Yep. My office, besides me, we have 10 other advisors in the office. We recommend that you come in and see us once a semester because it'll keep you on track for what you need to graduate. Watch the advice that you get from your friends or your roommates or your brother or sister. They may be telling you exactly what's true for you, but it might not be true for them, okay? Or it might be true for them, but not true for you. So just watch that, all right? There is tutoring available around campus. There's a lot of help available. You just got to be willing to seek it out a little bit. The next question is, can I do honors in business college? Yes, you can. One of the honors classes is Business 1750, so you'd have that your freshman year, but yep, those two go hand in hand. So if you wanted to do that, that would be fine. The next question, I don't know the answer to, Weston. I don't know what their names are exactly, but he was asking about fraternities in the business college. Again, there's 3. One is for accounting majors, and the other 2 are for all business students. But I don't know the exact Greek letters of what those are. I want to give you all our office email address. So if you have any questions, we can answer those for you, because I'm sure you'll probably think of something that you didn't think about today. So to get a hold of the advising office, it's business ADV Alpha Delta Veronica business-adv-office at wmich.edu. business-adv-office at wmich.edu. What does double majoring do? It just means that you're completing 2 majors. So, for instance, we have a lot of people that will do marketing and leadership and business strategy, which is our old management major. Have a lot of people that do that. Sales and business marketing, sometimes they'll team up with entrepreneurship. But it just makes you a little bit more qualified than the next student when you go for that interview. The next question was, I am going to double major in sports marketing and sports management. Trying to get a clear picture of why sports management is in a different school from business and how I would find the best crossover of classes to double up within the two majors. Ryan, we've offered the marketing major with a sports marketing emphasis to it for quite a few years, but the faculty of the college did not want to be the sports management major. It gets a little confusing because they put management in the title, and they are actually part of the College of Education and Human Development. And I'm not one to put down anybody else's program, but I don't think there's a lot of jobs available in sports management right now. But we do have some people that'll double major, or they will get a marketing minor with sports management. So they're two different departments. If you end up going exclusively with sports management, you can very easily complete a general business minor with one additional courses. Ryan, with the sports management major, that's actually a major and a minor combined. So you're looking at about 60 hours to do that. I would kind of maybe gear things towards what you want inside of the business college. Weston asked, what is the maximum number of credit hours a student can receive each year? As a good rule of thumb, Weston, you don't want to go over about 15 fall, 15 spring, and 6 hours in summer 1 and 6 hours in summer 2 for 42 credits. That's a pretty doable thing. I've seen some students do 18 credits. It's an awful lot to do. I had an international student that tried taking 27 credits one semester, and he wasn't very successful, needless to say. The main thing that I see happen is that once students get in their major, they're in such a rush to finish up that they might take a lot of classes, and then really what they're doing is destroying their major GPA, and that's what you don't want to do. Employers are going to be concerned about your major GPA, not so much what your overall GPA is. But I mean, technically, if you wanted to do 18 and 18 and 30 is 36, and another 18, 46, that would be 54. You could try to do 54 year round. 18, 18, 9, and 9. Okay, again, you have the office email address. So if you do think of something, please get a hold of us. I think like me, you're going to find that a lot of the people in our office have been around Western for quite a while. So we know the university very well. And if we can't help you, we can always steer you in the right direction and tell you the specific person that you need to talk to. I'm sorry that all of you that are in high school, I'm sorry that your senior year kind of got ruined with this virus, because it's your senior year is always such a fun time in your life, and I'm sorry you had that crash about that. But we'll get through this just like anything else. I anticipate that in the fall we'll definitely be back in the office by then. If not, I may end up going nuts because I'm going crazy being home. All right, it was very nice talking to you all. Stay healthy, and I hope your family stays healthy, okay? Have a great night.